18 News, Kansas News Leader.
The Kansas Silent Film Festival is back in black and white. Bill Schaefer from Washburn University is here to tell us about 2 days to step back in time. Bill, thanks for being here.
You are so welcome.
This is the 28th year?
28th year, yes.
And you still keep finding more new movies to bring.
Oh yes. There's always discoveries. You know, like it's a lost film, you know, back in circulation and that kind of thing. So that's always one of the things that keeps us going.
How
really.
large was this silent film era?
It's about, really, I always look at it as a 30-year span. You know, 1900 to 1929, 30. That's when it ended, and they all went to talkies. And
any idea how many films would have been made during that time period?
Oh wow, lots and lots. You know, the only thing that kills me is every time we look at the statistics about it, they say 75% of the silent film era is gone.
Oh.
They just don't have any film material on this and that and so forth. It's just literally gone. Goodness. So we're looking at 25%, and this is how much we do with 25%. So
wow.
That's
It's amazing because you think that it's not quite like today where everybody can grab a camera. Everybody's got computers that they can edit on, and you store them in the cloud, and you all go on with your business. But to think of that vibrant of an industry during that era when it was a little more difficult, harder to get on supplies. So how do you start to pick out what you're going to be showing?
This is a weird thing. We sometimes go with a theme, and so we have to keep movies in a particular type of venue or genre or something, and this year we picked out a bunch of just different films that were really good, and then we realized we didn't have a theme. And we said, well, the heck with it. You know, the films are also good. Let's just use them all.
This is a free-for-all.
This is a free-for-all thing, and we really found some great ones. I mean, the Johnstown Flood. Which
and so this is your feature.
Got to put
it's
one of them.
One of them.
It's one of the features. The Johnstown Flood is a film about the Johnstown, Pennsylvania flood in the late 1800s, I believe it was, and it was really a kind of a shocking movie at the time, but it's like the first disaster film. You know, the drama all builds up to the end of the movie, and then it's this gigantic disaster. It's this flood that wipes out. It ended up wiping out 2,000 people. I mean, it was a huge thing at the time. Yes, and it was made closer to the event, so the material in it should seem more authentic. However, I've been told by many historians that it's not exactly a good history. It's really not. It's not completely into it.
And they didn't quite have the budget for special effects that we would today if we were making a disaster movie.
They did their level best. It really isn't that bad a movie to watch and you know, to get into what they're doing. And but I'm sure they could make a better remake today.
But that's a feature, so it's how long?
That's only about 65 minutes.
About 65 minutes, but compare that to, I mean, what is the range of lengths of films that you're showing?
Anyway, this year I think their longest film is the last one, which is Douglas Fairbanks and Don Q, and it's almost 2 hours.
I'm going to cover your face with this.
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours. That's fine. That's fine. It's almost 2 hours.
So Don Quixote?
It's Don Q. It's the son of Zorro.
The son of Zorro.
The son of Zorro. Yes, and it's every bit as good as Mark of Zorro, I think. It's which was his first swashbuckler, and it's just a terrific movie. I think
so
it's
you're showing the movies. You have speakers coming in, but I think the music is something we need to touch on here because we're talking live music for all the films or most of them.
All of them, yeah. Every single film has a score that somebody's put together and put with it. And the Mont Alto Motion Picture Orchestra is coming from Colorado. They're a 4-member or 4-member team at this time, and they do a great job. They sound like a full orchestra. And there's an organist. There's 2 or 3 organists who come and use the Washburn White Concert Hall organ, and they do a fantastic job as well.
Well, that is like almost as impressive as finding the films, really.
Exactly.
And we're talking 2 whole days, folks. The Kansas Silent Film Festival, the 28th year for this. It runs Friday from 1 in the afternoon until 10 in the evening. There is a 2-hour dinner break in there, so there is that to keep in mind. Sure. And same thing on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a short break before lunch and for dinner there as well. The White Concert Hall at Washburn University is hosting it. Free to go to these. Go to kssilentfilmfest.org. I'll put that link on WIBW.com as well because you can see the full schedule then and just kind of come and go as you please.
Absolutely.
Should be fun.
Absolutely.
Bill, thank you so much. Thank you for being with us today as well. Stay tuned. Investigate TV Plus is coming your way next. We're back in a half hour for Live at 5.
Get the latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow